Namaste, my friends. Today is Saturday, um, January 23rd, something like that. Yeah. And here I sit in my house, grateful for a roaring fire that I don't know if I can show you. Yeah. It's kind of going pretty good today. Feeling really warm, feeling really happy, feeling really grateful. I had something on my mind today. So I went out running with my friends today and we had just an amazing time. We went to the trail, ran along the river, climbed some downed trees and just had a wonderful time running together and just playing, really. We got in 10 miles, definitely worked hard. And it was cold today. It was below freezing the entire time we were out. And we all kind of came together. I was able to make coffee in my van. And we had some cookies and we had a fruit and cheese tray. And just everybody, we all brought something. And so afterwards we sat there and drank hot coffee and noshed on all these wonderful things and talked and just had a wonderful, wonderful time. But one of the things I wanted to address is, we took some pictures of us having a great time, and here we are, women of a certain age, all of us over 50, and when we look at the pictures, what do we see? Do we see us having a blast and having a great time? Or do we see our flaws? Do we see the extra weight we've gained? All these things that as we get older, things that change. And why do we look at these pictures of ourselves and, sorry about that, and judge ourselves? I mean, we certainly don't judge other people with the fervor that we judge ourselves. It just leads me to think about a lot of things in society today, and I hate to get talking too much on, I certainly don't want to say that I'm all about, being health. I've been down that road. I've been trained as a nutritionist. I've worked as a massage therapist. I've been knee deep in woo-woo, and it really got turned off tremendously from, this whole alternative medicine and, all this crap that's out there. But the reality is we do tend to look at ourselves with that judgmental eye. And we do hold ourselves to say, I mean, 10 years ago, I was a lot lighter than I am now. I mean, we're talking 20 pounds lighter than I am now. And it can be frustrating. I mean, I've certainly upsized a lot of my clothing. It's an insidious weight gain. It didn't happen overnight. And, looking at pictures, we can't help but to, why we end up talking about things like, oh yeah, next week we're going to start counting our calories and, or maybe we're not going to, eat the bagels after our run or, et cetera, which is very unfortunate because the reality is being a woman of a certain age, it can be frustrating. It can be very frustrating because we do what's right. We exercise, we eat right, we take care of ourselves, we get our sleep, we do everything that we're supposed to do, and yet we find ourselves, obviously, number one, looking older. Number two, our weight is going up. We're definitely dealing with issues from that. And I don't care what anybody says about, I don't want to get, yeah. This whole health at every size is, honest to God, a myth. Your health declines, as you put on too much weight. Your health declines, your body hurts. It's not cool. And, to see my weight going up just, little bits at a time, but to be on that rise, knowing that, I run at least 25 miles a week. I bike several days a week. If I don't bike outside, I get on the trainer and put in some time on the Zwift. I do my kettlebell workouts. I walk. I exercise most every day. Really, Mondays, I kind of try to take a rest day, but I exercise most days. I don't eat horrible, and yet the weight still comes on. That was one of the topics of our conversation. And the what I want to put out there right now, I don't have a clear answer right now. Well, I have some answers, but that's not for today's video. But what I want to put out there is, I think that it's important that, one, we weigh ourselves every day. I know that a lot of people say, oh, don't weigh yourself every day, blah, 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 But the reality is we have to watch these trends. And we have to get used to that up and down, up and down, up and down, and watch for it if it's going up and up and up. Okay? We need to watch for trends. But we also have to desensitize ourselves to the numbers. Get that number. Know how much you weigh. Know how you feel at that weight. And that's where you can begin to control your weight, control your lifestyle, and tweak things as you go. But if you only weigh yourself, once a month, once a year, or, even once a week, it can be unsettling because you will one week see yourself up 5 pounds from the week before and you go, oh my gosh. But if you weighed yourself throughout the week, you're going to see some days you're up 2, the next day you're down 3, the next day you're up 1, the next day you're up 4. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I think that being ignorant of it, not weighing yourself, avoiding those numbers is setting you up on that course for that insidious rising weight. That's just my thought for today. Get on the scale. Don't hate the number. Embrace who you are. And start tracking to get the reality of where you feel good, where you want your weight to be, and what you need to do. I'm going to continue this at another time. It's Saturday night. The fire is roaring. I got a little bit of Merlot and a new TV. So I'm going to have a great night. So peace and namaste, my friends.